Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, I'm once again taking a look at one of your designs that you recommended me on Mod.io. And if you have anything you want me to showcase on this channel, just leave me a link over there, not in the comment section below, because it doesn't seem to work like that anymore. But yes, this is a small fighter called the Chronos MK, which is a heavily armed ship designed for short interception missions, where it's going to be great for, well, escorting a large ship, or even just general defense of a small space station. So this thing over here is what it is, and it's got 6 autocannons, 6 missiles, 4 assault cannons, and 4 scripted missiles to launch at your enemies. It's only got hydrogen thrusters, so you are good for pretty much anywhere, and does come with quite a few scripts on here to tell you everything about the ship, and well, if you're locked onto the target, if the missiles are working, and if you've taken any damage anywhere on the ship. So pressing F10 and find the spawn menu, the Chronos MK is 856 small blocks, using the Heavy Infantry Warfare 2 and Wasteland DLC packs. Here is all the important information about it, just the weapons on there, and all the way down there we can see all of its controls, which is always very useful when, well, showcasing ships. So giving this thing a thumbs up, move around towards the very front, have a quick look around the outside, go through the controls, then in the distance, what I've got is somewhere in the distance, hopefully they have despawned, it's a space station, a pirate space station, where we're going to launch the missiles into them, and well, maybe play around and shoot them a bit with all the guns. So yes, at the very front for the Chronos MK, what we got is one of many autocannons to blast your enemies with. Below there is our lone camera to help precisely aim all of our weapons and to utilise our custom scripted missiles. Yes, without that camera the missiles will not work, so they need that to lock onto the target and well, go where it needs to go. To the left and right of that we got 2 of 6 rocket launchers where you can just about make out the other ones in the back and on the side wings. And of course we can see our custom missiles that we'll take a close look a bit later on. Moving up just a little bit, we've got a fire cockpit to drive this thing around, then 2 raised steel blocks where on the back of them there's going to be an LCD screen that's going to be 2 of our very important scripts. So we've got one over here that tells you your speed and your acceleration. The one on the opposite side is your integrity script, which tells you if anything's been damaged or not. Then of course the one on the cockpit, which I almost missed out, is the custom missile script controls, where you can see if you're locked onto the target, and you can change how the missiles behave by making them evade shots, and of course do other bits and bobs. Pulling away from that, put my light off for the moment, onto the side, that's all we can see. In fact, I need to put my light back on. But yes, there is our assault cannons on the side, which will move the ship around quite violently when we fire this thing. Yes, we see even more hydrogen thrusters for our forwards, backwards, left, right, and up and down. And over to this section, we can see a connector underneath, but that's currently been blocked by a custom missile. So all the way over to here, this is simply how it's been set up. A warhead on the front, a bunch of barred window blocks, we've got gyroscopes, we've got power, we've got an antenna, we've got time blocks, we've got a hydrogen tank, then round towards the very back of this thing, that's what's going to push us along, which is one singular small hydrogen thruster, which should do very well considering it's a very small missile. Yes, there's the battery on the top, that's simply how it's being connected up via a rotor. If I have to move all the way down, there's a programmable block, and there we go. But yes, we'll fire them a bit later on. Just moving up a little bit, there's another autocannon, there's another rocket launcher, then onto the side there, that's all we can see. And we can see some more autocannons with some gyroscopes right behind there to make this very quick when maneuvering around. Coming around towards the very back of this thing, this is what's going to push us around. That is 12 hydrogen thrusters, which will give it a nice bit of speed. There's our connector underneath. There's the missiles on the opposite side. Moving all the way up and looking down this thing, there we go. We can see a couple of decoys hidden away right next to those rocket launchers, so hopefully that'll draw the fire away from the cockpit and the front. Looking all the way down, we see some great use of our barred window block from decoration. Then all the way towards the front, even more hydrogen thrusters help move us down in space. There's our fighter cockpit, there's our LCD screens, and there is our autocannons at the very front. Moving all the way down under this thing, past our camera, putting my light on once again. There we go, there's 2 more programmable blocks, we can see our salvo script, and once again our integrity script. And moving all the way away, there's more hydrogen thrusters give us off the ground, a few more gyroscopes, there's a very clear view at our missiles, and yes, we are currently getting blooded by the sunlight, not too much I can do about that. There's our connector, more thrusters, how everything's been connected up via our conveyors. There's a few hydrogen tanks at the very back there just sticking out, but we can clearly see the little dots to see how much is inside them. And there we go! That's a brief look around the outside of the Chronos MK. Looks bloody fantastic how it's all been set up. A nice sort of firepower on this, and I do absolutely love custom missiles when they're on designs. But yes, now what I can do is just grab hold of my character, now come over to tab number 1, go through the controls, then hopefully, yes they are still there, and we will move over to them and fire our missiles into them. Yes, number 1 is going to be to fire all of our autocannons all together. There we go. That's going to deal a nice lot of damage. He's hiding out for the moment, using free camera. There we go. That's what it looks like. On to number 2. This is going to be our rocket launchers, where we'll fire them on our salvo script. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And should deal a nice lot of damage, and saves it for firing all at the same time, wasting unnecessary ammunition. Now number 3 is going to be for our 4 autocannons, where like I said earlier, this is going to move the ship backwards very quickly, so here we go. And they're going to fire on the salvo script once again. But as you can see, we are very much moving backwards. It's even worse when trying to aim the camera, to the point that I might recommend just removing these from the design. So if you were, say, doing long-range sniping on that station, and you're using the assault cannons, the recoil would just move the ships away, makes it very hard to precisely aim stuff and rapidly fire, unlike the autocannons where you just hold it in place, and well, go ham with it. Anyway, coming back out of that into third-person view, and I'll need to grab hold of my character once again. There we go. Number 4 strike camera at the front that we just saw. Number 5, number 6, and number 7 is going to be for our missile script, where number 5 is going to be to launch our missiles, number 6 is going to be to lock onto the missiles, and then number 7 is going to be to deactivate the lock in case you want to change targets. In first person view, this will update our LCD screen right in the middle there, so as you can see it says no target. If you want to press number 6, it's now going to search for a target, and once we're in range, that'll say locked on, we hit number 5, and away goes our missiles. Yes, for the moment I will just switch that off with number 7. We'll move over to number 8, which is going to be for our hydrogen thrusters all around the chip to turn them on and off. Number 9 is for our connector underneath the chip to lock and unlock that. On to tab number 2, that's once again for our programmable blocks to change the behaviours of our missiles. Well, I'm not too sure what number 1 does, but number 2 is going to activate our evasion mode, but I don't want to do that. I don't want the missiles to dodge any kind of bullets. I want to go straight to the target and, well, blow up, hopefully. Number 3 is also for our missiles, where it's come all the way down to here. That's going to be for our rotor head right there, where you can press that and it's going to disconnect all of your missiles onto the ground. So I'm not actually sure what this would be for, other than just to dump them at high speeds, or even just use them as dumbfire missiles and have them cruise along to the target without using any fuel whatsoever. Number 4, 5, and 6 is going to be for our guns all around the chip to automatically fire all the time. So as to say, bring the free camera back over and do that. Pressing number 4, pressing number 5, and then pressing number 6, they're now going to continuously fire. And well, that's going to be one hell of a lot of destruction at whatever you point this at. But turning that off for the moment because I want to manually fire it to save on ammunition. And yeah, that's about it for the controls. So now what we do is test fly this and slowly make our way over to the space pirates. So moving forwards, this is what we get. We've got some nice speed, but it's a little bit slow for a small fighter. But then again, at the end of the day, it's going to be an interception drone. We're going to be heavily reliant on those custom missiles to well deal with any targets. Coming to a stop, that's what we get. Feels about the same as moving forwards, which is always nice to have, especially when you're charging along towards your base, to make sure you don't slam into it and blow up anything you want to keep. Moving left, and move right. Getting some nice speed with that. Moving down, and then moving up. Again, some very nice speed. Feels very well balanced all the way around the ship. As for gyroscope controls, this is what we get. We've got one hell of a lot of control over this, but you may want to turn down just a little bit. It's very, very flicky and, well, quite hard to control. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Just come into this, find the gyroscopes. Don't want the missile gyroscopes, I want the ship ones. And I want to have these ones. Just turn it down just a little bit. There we go. That's much more manageable. Now, hopefully I haven't lost the target in the distance which I wanted to go fire the missiles at. And I do believe I have lost the target. Now I need to refine it. That's them right over there. But yes, that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to put on the signals. We're going to slowly move over to them. Once we get within range, we're now going to lock onto them and send the missiles over. Coming out of the camera, first person view, because I need to press number 6. That's now going to start searching for the enemies. Once we get into the range, that'll light up, lock on, then we can follow the missiles along the free camera. So here we go, all the way across. We're going to keep it a little bit slow so we can slow down in time before the guns engage. And hopefully, it's going to lock onto it anytime soon. But yes, that's what it is. It's simply a space station. And we should. There we go. We're now target locked. In fact, I'll come to a stop and just disable that for the moment. There we go. No target. Pressing number 6. Target locked. Bring the free camera over and find the chip once again. And now what we're going to do is press number 5. That's going to launch the missiles all the way across. There we go. One at a time. Now we're just going to follow it. And off it goes to the enemies. And here it is. It's now approaching the space pirate ship. Or the space pirate outpost. There goes the missiles. There goes all the guns. And they're going to go straight into it. But it looks like it did miss the target. Got shot down by all the Gatling guns. All the rocket launchers. And that's why we need to enable the evasion mode. So back into my character once again, we're now going to come over to tab number 2, going to press number 2. As you can see down there, evasion is now enabled. So once again, we're going to press number 6, going to lock onto the target, and now we're going to press number 5 and fire all the missiles at once. So off they all go. Bring the free camera back over, now going to hover around here with that all hidden. And we see the missiles are slowly approaching the base, and they should hopefully hit the target this time. I'm not actually sure what they're going for. I don't think they are designed to target stations or any kind of bases. I think they are designed to attack drones or small ships to deter them from coming close from anything you're protecting. But there we go, they're now within range of the base, the guns are shooting, there goes all the rocket launchers, they're now dodging around there, hopefully avoiding the target, and there we go, that's a lovely shot by both of them, and they certainly hit the target, but unfortunately, and well, very convenient for the space pirates, they hit the decoy, and didn't really do much at the end of the day. But now what I can do is actually bring the ship over, and we now engage them with all of our guns. So here we go, we now go come up to maximum speed, and using the camera, getting a bit closer. I want to make sure I go for the rocket launcher first of all, because that is going to be the problem at the end of the day. There it is right there. Switching to the rockets, I think that might be out of range for this. I'm going to circle all the way around, slow it down just a little bit, and now we're going to go with the autocannons and start to shoot them. Of course, this would be very good if I had a leading indicator, so I need to lock on. There we go, firing the rocket launchers straight inside there. Come back into this, third person view, doing a nice lot of damage, but of course we do have unlimited ammo. And we're very slowly being torn to shred. I'm trying to aim all the way across. There we go. That's now going for the heart of the station. Come back into this. We now need to come across to that. Into the camera once again. And looking forwards. Where are their guns? I can't really see too many. But there's our hydrogen tanks. There's another gun on the side there. Let's go and shoot that. Using the assault cannons. As a nice shot. Follow up with a rocket. And I think that is perfectly dead. Now just for the sake of it, we're going to use the autocannons into that, or the assault cannons. There goes that hydrogen tank, there goes the station. They shouldn't have any power whatsoever, but now we're going to come all the way down. Do they have any other guns? Yes, they do. Now start to shoot some of the missiles in there. It looks like we only got one. Oh god, there's a rocket launcher. That is still alive. I was hoping that was dead already. That's going to be very hard, because the station is slowly moving away. It looks like we have taken quite a lot of damage, but that is my poor piloting skill. I'm going to try and do my best to actually aim this without the camera, because that's been disabled. There's their gun. Hopefully I can do a nice bit of damage, but there goes the cockpit. Now I need to get a welder and try and repair this all up. So here we go, just come into this. Do that. Actually do quite nicely. Now we come back into that and start to shoot them once again. Gonna be very, very hard to actually find out where that gun is. I think it was on the side there. There it is. And I think that's all we can really do to them. They're kind of disabled. They do have an interior turret that's going to shoot me as it comes all the way around. But at the end of the day, we have disabled that. And well, considering that was a very heavily armed station, we've done very, very well. And there we go. There's the interior turret once again. And now they've just disabled one of my wings. Just try and repair that up once again. And I suppose we'll just slam into it for the sake of it. But yes, it's a very nice small fighter to use in your world. It's got a nice sort of firepower on there. It's perfect for long range engagements of any kind of small targets you want to get rid of, such as the drone or a small ship. Well, they'll be linked to it in the description below if you wish to download and play around yourself. Highly recommend you do. I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.